Hello, welcome to Nana's Journey. Today we are going to continue with our Blueberry Delight quilt by Bunny Hill Designs. And today we are doing block 3. I took my heat and bond and I traced all the pieces on them before I even started block 1. I did it for the whole quilt, so that's already done. And then I just rough cut it out. And don't forget that on directional pieces, like these stems that lean a certain way, or the sheep, that you need to mirror the image before you trace it. I suppose they can face the other way, but if you want them the direction that the pattern's going, you'll need to mirror the image. So these are what I've picked out. I've got this fabric for the sheep, and then we've got the ear and the tail. That's the ear, that's the tail. I've got some flowers here. This is going to be for these stems over here. These are the 3 flowers. I'm going to use this for the center of the flowers. Here's the big stems. And I've got some strips of scrap fabric that I'm going to use for all the leaves. So I just need to take my fabrics that I'm going to use, iron this down to the wrong side, and cut it out. And then the background, let me move these aside. This is what I'm using for the background. I'm going to sew these 3 pieces together, these 2 pieces together. I will sew these together. I will add this strip and this strip, and then we can start adding our applique. So let me get this sewn together, those ironed on and cut out, and I will be right back. Okay, I've got everything cut and ready to iron on. This is a Crafty Mint light board and a Caterpillar glow tempered glass mat, and you can iron on this. I think you can cut on it too, I'm not sure, but I just taped this on so it'll just be easier so it won't move. And I forgot I was supposed to tuck the end of these stems into the seam allowance, but I'll just put it right next. But the sheep actually goes behind the flowers. So we're going to put that on first. Start with the legs. I was thinking these were stems when I cut them out. I think I want a different fabric for the legs. Let me get that done and I'll be right back. Okay, I just made these out of the same fabric that the sheep is made out of. Okay, I need to remember this doesn't quite get as hot as a regular iron. Oops. So I need to hold it down a little longer. And when I'm done, I will go over the whole thing with a regular iron. Was that supposed to go under? That was supposed to go under. I'm going to take that off. Move this. Heat and bond is repositional. So I can lift that up, put that down, and that looks much better when you do it right. I gotta find the ear. There it is. And it kind of comes forward like this. Yeah. I'm going to trim the point off for a little bit. Okay, now for a little stem. Well, it really would have been better if I had stuck that in the seam. I had just forgotten about it. Of course, you could always just unpick that part and shove it in. But I'm just going to do this. Okay, and then I've got the leaves. Oops, that. That does not want to... Oh, okay, it helps if you take the paper off. Oh, brother. There's my old person brain coming out. It is coming out more and more often nowadays. There we go. This one is number 12. Now if you see another leaf up here, that's the one you trace for the heat and bond, and it goes right there. It had the dashed lines so that you knew where to place it. But they didn't have room for the whole leaf for you to trace, although all the leaves are the same. Okay, I gave everything a good press, and I have got my clear presser foot on. I've got my zigzag on a length of 2.0 and a width of 0.70. And then I want to bring my bobbin up so that it doesn't get tangled in the zigzags below. And I'm going to come around like this, and then I will come back over my beginning. So I won't backstitch, but I will just come over what I had done before at the beginning. This one is all applique, and that is how I will do the entire thing. Oh, I did the wrong one. But either way, I need to finish that one. But let me finish this up and I will show you when I'm done. Okay, I've got everything appliqued down, so that means block 2 is finished. And I want to thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you next time on Nana's Journey.